Dragon's Back, the double header in the KZN Regional Extreme Enduro Series. A small turnout of the toughest of the tough. With a start at the Nippon, a popular venue in Bulwer, spectators get to feel very much a part of the riders' tension.
It's nice and misty and rainy, that's why we're getting dressed inside. And we ride from here pretty often, so we just need to treat it as a bush ride. If you try and race in the mud, you're going to end up sliding off the track into the trees. No, it'll be much better than racing in the dust. And with the weather like this, it's going to make it quite hard. So there'll be riders all around out there. So it'll be similar to being in the trenches. In World War I or II, when the mist clears, you're going to look for a line. So I'm pretty excited. It's not often you get to ride with that in muddy conditions like we practice. So we're just busy prepping now, and we're putting on some extender peaks on our helmets. We're going to take the extender peaks on our helmets and on our bikes. So if your goggles get sprayed full of mud or it's drizzling, you can take them off and you can still see because you don't get mud into your eyes. So that's very important. Pretty much like going to war today, you just got to be prepared.
Listening to William, geez, I'm not so sure if I'm keen to go to war, but war we must go, and we've been conscripted and we've entered, so we have to.
It's going to be very slippery today.
And what's your angle going to be?
I'm going to try and just take it easy the first few laps, and then just push hard at the end and try and win.
I think it's going to be very wet. I think that we're hoping that this mist is going to lift, and yeah, we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, we'll see what the boys can produce out of the 85 and the 65 today.
Just take it easy on the first lap, yeah, and see from there.
You guys are going to do?
Well, we're just going to scout the first lap, just see what the track's like, see if there's any deep things we have to navigate through, and then from there we're going to pick up the pace.
Just go very slowly on the first lap.
What's that?
I'm expecting a pretty tough event with being 11 Ks. I think the weather's going to play a big part in today's race. Yeah, I'm stoked. I've got a soft mousse and a good tyre.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really wet. I mean, if you look at the ground now, it's really wet, slippery. I think the track's going to be tough, but the track's 10 Ks, so and it's 2 hours of racing, so I think it's going to be a good day, and let's try and get grip.
Warm enough today? Is that super coffee?
No, this is hot chocolates.
Okay, so there's no additive in there like some hardcore stuff, right?
No,
tequila,
this does the job on its own.
Okay. Oh, Jose, what's your plan today?
Just to keep it smooth. It's wet today, so it's going to be very tricky.
Do you think navigating in rainy, misty conditions, you're going to have problems with the GPS?
Not too much GPS, but just trying to not hit any lurkers. Yeah.
Look, I don't think we've ever done a race here that it hasn't been cold, so it's going to be wet. Got some new Mitas tyres that I'm testing, so I'm quite excited for that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good short lap, which I think is going to be quite interesting. It's an interesting way to race, where you have to deal with back markers a lot more than we used to. But yeah, that's how they do it overseas, so I think it's good that Clint's trying to implement it here. We're going to be going quite slowly because I think it's going to be quite technical and slippery. But hopefully we don't get caught in the mist. I mean, luckily we do have a GPS that if we are puzzling a little bit, we can just resort to that.
I'm hoping to have a good day in the mist, and hopefully nothing goes wrong with the bike today.
First up and out of the Dragon's Back on his 85cc KTM is young Matt Henderson from Mzumbi down the south coast. Bronze riders miss out the main section of Dragon's Back, but still get the feeling of achievement when they pop out at the top as they enter Ashtonvale guest park.
So it's pretty cold and wet, but I suppose the advantage of the cold and wet conditions is that there's no dust, so it doesn't destroy our cameras.
Dylan Jones on the Trojan Medical KTM and Guy Henderson, a privateer from the south coast, both top contenders in the 85cc Regional Enduro Championship and have had a good few battles in the past year. Good to see some new faces like the 134 of James Moore and the 145 Dynamic Racing Ben Hector joining in the fun here at Dragon's Back. The future of Junior Enduro has been great in 2018 with the ever popular T-Bone Racing Series bringing a massive amount of support with the juniors coming through the ranks. Youngsters like Nathan Foster on the 130, new to our series, but showing massive talent and great determination on his 65cc KTM. Even the best in this class, like Matt Henderson, choosing the wrong line. Concentration is a must in this sport. Awesome support from the youngster Carl Edgar, a local, representing Peak Yamaha and Underberg. This rider joining the youngsters to help marshal and make sure these juniors get through the track safely. With a change in the format and a new vision for the 2019 season, we decided to let the juniors start early. The seniors started off in batches of 6, from gold to bronze. The riders lined up under the KTM Durban arch here at the Nippon. As the riders start, they head off into a short endurocross style track to get the riders warmed up and ready for the challenge ahead. William Slater, our current series leader of the Dynamic Racing team on his Perry Bikes 300 TPR machine, gets to the back of Dragon's Back, just ahead of legend of the sport, William Gillett.
Use the sandbags, William.
Slater working his Husqvarna up an intensely slippery waterfall. Slater just loves it when it's wet and slippery. Gillett, what a soldier, what a general, gets off his bike to come and assist Slater as they work together to get up this seriously slippery waterfall. Our events are not just about tech. They encourage skill and a brilliant race format. Dragon's Back, set in the backyard of Ashtonvale Guest Farm, 11 kilometers long, built in a week, made to be raced. Calvin Kayla of the KTM Durban Ambassador Program, with an outstanding weekend of winning both days in the 125 high school bronze category. Akeem Bergman in preparation for Sea2 Sky in Turkey, using the short and technical format as a perfect tester for the forest test at Sea2 Sky. Cade Manta on his RBS Yamaha 125X, once again dominating the silver class and finishing up tops.
One or two hill comes, geez, myself, Matt and Gar, we had to help each other. And then here's Matt, yeah, he really rode well today. I mean, he was like, keep me honest.
Maurice Milton of KTM Durban team, dominating once again in the master class and in high spirits. Sean Frenzel, Luke McClellan and Carl Purchase having a solid dice as they make their way up this long, twisty, loamy, rocky technical section, all the way up to the power lines before they start heading into the mist. Dylan Bauer, a Westville High School boy, one of the youngest racing in the RBS Yamaha Ambassador team, working that 125X up the soft and loamy switchbacks. William Gillett showing us that momentum and patience is always key. But there's always time for a little chat.
How's it? Having fun out there? Oh, getting wetter, but the waterfall's easier. The winter slam's gone off.
Dylan Cox having a cracker day of racing with fellow 125 high school silver class riders, Caden Purchase, Josh Henderson and Heinrich Ost, with Nick Walker bringing up the back end as well. Cox Racing, Carl Purchase, Dynamic Racing, Haven Low, working in tandem to help pull and tug their bikes up the Dragon's Back, showing you that extreme enduro is sometimes a team sport, even if it is just about buddies. Orst, Luke Walker and Cade Manta also getting into the thick of things, helping Walker get to the top of the Dragon's Back. Sharp turn at the top. Got to commit from the bottom. Now with it being Manta's turn, he strikes at 125X straight up the Dragon's Back. With Orst and Purchase just there to help. The next group of riders starting to make their way up now. Dragon's Back, a treat for everybody.
Nothing like an easy challenge.
I'm awake now. It's called hard enduro for a reason.
Gary Dunstan, one of the toughest there is, all the way from the south coast. He just loves a good challenge. Luke McLennan with heaps of confidence as he pops his way up that step up. Not like that. Carry your momentum seated. Blake's Hill definitely proving to be a challenge of note. Every single rider with smiles on their faces if they got to hook it one go all the way to the top before they started making their way down the tricky, slippery, rocky downhills.
That's a road bike. Eh?
Luke Walker of Barker's Warehouse absolutely thrashing it up Blake's Hill on that Husqvarna weapon of choice. One of our top senior riders, Barry Glanz, back from injury and attacking Blake's Hill like a hot knife through butter. Glanz coming down Blake's Hill now, dabbing on the front brakes, talking to himself, making sure he holds his line. All sorts of confidence coming from this gentleman.
How are you going out there?
Inside, through there.
Third lap, right?
You are a flippin' animal. Let me tell you.
Horns, I must have.
Here comes the leader, William Slater, Dynamic Racing on the Perry Bikes Husqvarna. Once again, absolutely destroying Blake's Hill like it's a flat road through a fire break.
Oh, guys, where we at? That's what it's about. We've named this Blake's Hill, Blake Dunlop's Hill. It's a proper treat. This is about, I'd say, halfway up. You really got to just commit from the bottom and give it full tonk. And yeah, it's not for sissies. It's proper.
When you get to the top, you got to turn around and come all the way down again.
Yeah, you got to turn, when you get to the top, you turn right to the power line. And then we drop you down mine shaft, which is, you got to have big cojones for this. It's not for sissies. Mark, I can hardly even get my balance here, but this is the mine shaft. This is for some serious stuff, this. You got to come in from the top there on the brakes, front and back. Backside over the back of the saddle. And you just got to pray to Jesus. Because let me tell you something right now. This is one hell of a mine shaft, this. Take your map off.
Even the top boys get tired.
How much longer do you have to go for now?
Purchase on that Alfie Cox KTM 150, absolutely lighting it up as he makes his way up Blake's Hill.
Righty, good work, my boy. I think you're lying second.
Yeah.
Good job, my man.
Folks, eyes on this talent. Heinrich Orst of the Trax KTM team is definitely one of the juniors to watch out for. Mark Dunstan on that FX 250, giving Blake's Hill a second crack. Just not making it. But here comes Josh Henderson after a frustrating first attempt. He hooks it for a second hit and once again ends up in the thorns. Third time lucky now. Here he goes, Henderson cranking it, dabbing the feet and making sure he gets to the top.
$50 if you turn the camera off. And don't follow me down.
All right, boy. Good work. Good comeback there. Keep pushing. You're doing well. Whoa, Mark!
The legend William Gillett on the Trojan Medical KTM Durban machine with an outstanding ride the entire weekend. Hayden Lowe with a solid performance as well, with a 4th overall. As we start making our way back to the finish line, a massive thanks goes out to all the farmers that allow us to use their land. Across the Rocky River, under the bridge, past the Mitas flags, a big thanks to Mitas, our official 2018 tyre partner. Walker with an outstanding day, with a solid 5th on Saturday and a 4th place on Sunday. The Dunstans with an outstanding ride, both Mark and Gary having an outstanding day with a 7th and 8th respectively. Walker with that little endo coming in under the KTM Durban arch. And William Slater, your winner for Saturday and Sunday on the Dynamic Racing Perry Barks Husqvarna. With an outstanding weekend of racing, the top 5 of the gold category, Hayden Lowe of Dynamic Racing, William Gillett of the Trojan KTM Durban team, Alfie Cox Racing KTM, Carl Purchase in 2nd place, and winner for the weekend, William Slater of the Dynamic Racing team on his Perry Barks Husqvarna.